Welcome to this short video that explains some of the improvements implemented for Trados Business Manager version 6. In particular, the flexible notification system. A notification is when some event occurs. And for example, a customer creating a quote, or perhaps a vendor that delivers an assignment, if an invoice is attached to a job, or even if someone makes a change within their own profile. To see a working example, let's look at a side-by-side view where I have both the main application open in the background and the vendor portal opened in the front. If we were to go to vendor and manage profile, as an example, if I wish to remove the vendor birth date, save and close, we see immediate notifications pop up both within the vendor portal, but more specifically, and area of interest is here within the main application for the project manager. These notifications are managed under users and notifications. It can be accessed by coming to the user table and actually selecting the user in question. In order to work with real-time notifications, receive notifications need to be enabled. This would not be applicable for customers and vendor portals, but more specifically for the administrators and project managers. In addition, the notification method must surely include something that's going to incorporate the in-application. So if we were to explore the options made available for notification method, and bearing in mind we want to support the real-time notifications, it would not be viable to select email. At a minimum, in-application should be enabled, or alternatively both email and in-application. So let's put this into context with some use case examples. If I were to disable this option, save our changes, launch up the client portal of Mapping Inc., make a change to my profile, much like what I did with the vendor example, save my changes, I am getting notifications strictly within the client portal and no notifications mentioned within the main application. If I were to close this particular view, come back to the main application and enable the option to receive real-time notification both within application and or email, save our changes, and once again open the client portal. Let's make a change to our profile settings. Let's include a VAT number, save and close. We now get notifications both within the client application as well as the real-time notification within the main application. Maintaining the lists of who you either want to receive notifications from or who you don't want to receive notifications from is very easily achieved because we have these options to link or to unlink. So looking at another example, I would like to link capital languages as a second client who I want to prioritize notifications from. Save the changes, and once again, to have a nice side-by-side view, let me log in as the capital client. And on this occasion, let's create a new quote. Give it a title. Minimum requirements for quoting is specifying the languages and associating the file. Let's submit our quote. and immediately we see the real-time notifications. If you click on the notifications themselves, they take you directly to the event record, and in this case I can see that I have a quote that was received. The status is still needing to be prepared. And while I might spend some time filling in the mandatory quote pieces of information, if I were to bring back the client portal and mimic a scenario where they then go and decline a quote for whatever reason, click OK, we can see that immediately the project manager is getting the notifications, and it might be that now is not a suitable time to actually react because we're busy with the quote. If any notifications or real-time notifications have been missed, then that's not necessarily a problem, as all of the notifications are also managed through the notification pane. Here we can navigate to the event records, much like an event audit, or alternatively the notification pane can be treated much like a real-time to-do list, as you appropriately react to the event requests coming in, with the option to either view the entry in more detail as we did with the quote that's already open, or if completed we can go ahead and delete the real-time notification. Now, various templates are used for different types of notifications. We can see this by going to our reference data and manage templates. Regardless if you are relying strictly on the in-application, email, or both, for information and any customization would be managed here. By opening one as an example to look at, the list that we see here for use as a default contains a list of all of the events that typically would exist within Trados Business Manager. Here we can see the main text that would be used primarily within emails, while the short text is what you will see within the in-app notifications, both of which support variables. So to explain a bit more about variable management. For this particular email template, we have 7 different headings, all of which are associated to certain variables, information of which will be directly pulled from either your quotes, projects, jobs and assignments, depending what it is that you're working with. So to demonstrate how a list of variables are populated, let's go to assignments, search for a particular assignment, and take note that specialization, as an example, is a field that currently has no value. Let's create a message. It will include the file in question as part of the assignment task. Click OK, and let's actually preview the email. Here we are getting the value of mapping Germany 42, as that is the name allocated for the job. We see the deadline, the language pair. Specialization is indeed empty, as that is what we saw within the actual record, and the required service is that of translation. We also see that the email has been appropriately addressed to the correct vendor. Working with message templates and variables, that is pulling information from all of your records, does offer a lot of customization and possibility. If email method is selected as a means of notification, an email account needs to be configured, and once again this can be accessed via your reference data and specifically email accounts. Whilst this short video explained notifications and templated messages, if you want to see more details around actual workflows, then please know that this is done in a separate video.